You all ready for Bible study? Alright, let's get into it. The soldier bribed. After it became known what had happened at the guarded tomb during the night, the earth had quaked, and an angel whose face dazzled like lightning, and whose robe glistened like snow, had rolled the stone away from the entrance and sat on it. The terrified soldiers shook with fear at the sight and fainted, lying as though they were dead. When they recovered, they ran to the city to tell Caiaphas. Caiaphas called some of the Sanhedrin together, and they decided to bribe the soldiers to give a false explanation. Say, his disciples came by night and stole the body while we slept. And if this comes to the governor's ears, we will persuade him and see that you are safe. The guards had obeyed, and their account became the usual explanation among the Jews. This explains how people can see a miracle and then make up explanations. Some science, some say magic, some say coincidence, circumstance, when they're not willing to admit the truth that a divine hand of God had hovered over the event. They're not willing to admit the supernatural because they've been stuck in a 3D mind frame for so long. They're not willing to step outside of the material world and see the truth for what it is. That everything is much bigger, much grander, much extraordinary than they had ever anticipated. You see, miracles nowadays are a lot like what they show on movies. So they become more widely accepted when they're seen, so they can be easily explained away. But someone coming back to life, and not just any life, okay? Take me, for example. Everyone in my life thought I was, for lack of better terms, never gonna do anything with my life. Never gonna be anything. Never gonna hold any value. They wrote me off very easily, very quickly. Never thought for a moment that they weren't doubting me. I never thought that for a moment that they weren't doubting God. They were just doubting me. And then miracle happened. When they had come up against me, they had came up against God. And they did not see this. They did not know this. Same thing for you. When you put God first, when you put the kingdom first, when you put others first, but also love yourself enough to respect yourself, enough to be able to put up boundaries when you need to, so that you can finish the work you came here to do, so that you can complete the job, the whole job, not just half, not just a part, but everything. You will witness miracles every single day. And that is the beauty of having purpose in life. Let's move on to our card. Today's card, the Prince of Cups. The prince's life was not always smooth sailing. The seas were sometimes gentle and other times stormy. Through experience, he found emotional balance so that whether the tide rises or falls, he is centered. He is gentle, but not weak. He has mastered channeling emotions to maintain harmony and balance. He is a wonderful diplomat, easily able to empathize with many points of views. In turbulent waters, this prince can no longer remain afloat. He once knew how to direct the tides to always find stability, but now he is drowning. He may be dysfunctional, repressed, or completely lack of emotion. If water is not allowed to flow, it becomes sick and stagnant. Feelings are that way. The fool is cold and uses his knowledge of feelings to manipulate or exert dominance. That is right side up and reverse. This energy is, you can see it in the reverse a lot in narcissism, okay? And that can go for any person, man or woman. Trying, lack of emotion, stagnant, dominance, like these are all narcissistic tendencies in reverse. In the upright, you can find these in empaths. That's that duality nature. Empaths are the kryptonite to narcissists because they will always attract narcissists if the empath does not have balances, does not have boundaries, does not have self-worth. In today's age, like a lot of people are dealing with this right now. It is it's a lesson everybody's learning. And it's a difficult one because if you don't know what you're looking for, they're very difficult to spot. You may mistake an empath for a narcissist and a narcissist for an empath. And the sad thing is usually the empath is alone, has no one on their side. And the narcissist usually gathers a whole group of people to attack the empath. And attacks don't look like attacks. They look like covert compliments with opposition and agreement. People can disguise however they wish, but at the end of the day, it's either you're awake to what narcissism look like, or you're not. And that's okay, because we're all on our journey. We're all learning. We're all trying to be good people. But how good is good enough? Let's move on to the angelic realm. Oh. Father, guide me. Archangel Haniel. Make new friends, create outrageous love life. Enhance any artistic endeavors, heighten your intuition, enliven your healing rituals, bring balance into all areas of your life. Invocation. If you want Haniel to help you develop your spiritual gifts, light a silver candle. To facilitate physical healing, burn a green candle. To deepen, magenta candle will help you invoke divine grace. Then stand in the light of the moon and call her name. She will be there in an instant to fill you with wisdom, strength, and abundance and divine grace. Time for the demonic realm. Father, guide me. Dragavant. In Persian lore and Zoroastrianism, a wicked and unrighteous demon of luxury and vice, Dragavants was the name given to the residents of the city of Galayan, south of the Caspian Sea, who were considered to be fiends incarnate. I know a couple of them, that's for sure. Well, there you have it. Remember, this is always up for interpretation. You don't have to believe in the supernatural, the metaphysical, the extra-dimensional. But you should. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you later.